you prefer to listen, eh? Of course, the listener listens. A joke, a funny joke. I get it.
I came to Skyrim in search of magic, the ability to mold the arcane mysteries within my very own hands, and to unwrite or unravel the threads of time as I see fit. While some may find purpose in leadership, and others in companionship, me, I find my true meaning in life to be to transcend the very nature of life itself, to wield unfathomable power, and to elude death by any means necessary. This is my journey to discover a hidden path of reaching eternal immortalization in the land of the living. But as all great stories go, my journey is not yet complete. Day 26, I pretty much spent the entire day reacquainting myself with everything. And I took time to rest, get myself back to proper health. All that construction work I did building this house in the first 25 days really knocked the wind out of my sails. And so on day 27, it's back to the mission at hand. Time to find Mr. Morrow's schedule, and then plan his untimely demise. If I remember correctly, I get extra pay if I accomplish this inside of a major city. So it's out to Dragonbridge to swipe ourselves a piece of paper on a table. Now the closest time and city for us to visit Mini Morrow is Markarth. So after speeding ahead of the little lieutenant and making it in the city, we sat and wait for our target to reach just the right location for a stealthy assassination. After the deed was done, it was back to HQ to pick up another assignment. However, once I was there, I learned that Cicero had attacked the other members of the guild. Now, I'm not sure what to think, as he was right about the Night Mother being magical, but attacking one's associates isn't exactly a good way of earning trust. So day 28 is up to Dawnstar to track Cicero down. He's fled to the abandoned sanctuary located just off the coast, and with any luck, I'll be able to talk to him before any transgressions arise. Maybe we can sort this out, or maybe I can at least learn the true magic behind all this nonsense. I mean, after all, eternal life is one of the greatest magical achievements to accomplish, and clearly this Night Mother's body is still very much in use somehow.
Must oil Mother soon. Get all the hard-to-reach places.
Nonetheless, we snuck through Cicero's traps and addressed the Mad Jester on his reasoning for the attack. He claimed Astrid and the others had been faking the Dark Brotherhood rules and creating their own contracts for simple money or diplomatic gains. I mean, that seems legit. Most higher-ups are corrupt and egotistical. So to finish the day out, I just wanted to clear my head a bit. And what better way than to slay a bunch of Forsworn? So I wiped out a cave of bird-worshipping whack jobs and turned in to sleep like a baby. Day 29, with my mind made up that I would keep Cicero a secret, I returned to the Dark Brotherhood to be tasked with the new mission of finding the identity of a secret celebrity chef, as well as stealing his clothes and recipes.
Excellent.
I guess the Dark Brotherhood had plans to put out a cookbook and corner the market on fine dining in Skyrim.
Why don't you hold on to
Or maybe I needed his clothes so I could sneak up close to the Emperor and assassinate him. After all, that is our current mission, so, it probably makes more sense. So it's off to Markarth to interrogate a guy who knows the identity, then again off to Nightgate Inn, where we met the gourmet.
I'm just here on holiday.
Failed to get an autograph, but managed to play alien skin invaders and take over his role as Skyrim's hottest 5-star Michelin chef.
What? A crime? Me? Preposterous! Poor Cicero is just standing here. Cicero loves order. Oh yes, he would never disrespect the law.
Day 30, I returned with my mission completed, and was rewarded quite well, actually. These septums, if they keep rolling in like this, maybe we can settle our disputes. Afterwards, Astrid assigned me with the final task of poisoning the Emperor while disguised as the gourmet. Sounds simple enough. Almost too simple.
Oh, yes.
Guess we'll just have to see what happens. Surely our ever-so-wise and strong leader won't do anything stupid to jeopardize the whole mission and the sanctuary itself, right? Anyways, I spent the rest of the day studying up on my conjuration spells, Figured slaying an emperor is best done on a full night's rest and wouldn't want to put the poison in the wrong soup. Day 31, I was prepared to finish this business up and get my pay. Hopefully it'll be every bit worth it. And so, after assisting the head chef in creating an absolutely delicious dish...
Of course, I'm sorry. One giant's toe. There. What next?
It was time for the Emperor's Last Supper. As the slips fell cold, I slipped out the back door and was headed homeward bound. However, I was stopped by Big Morrow and his merry band of well-equipped bitch boys. He revealed someone in the Dark Brotherhood sold me out, and that he double-crossed them and attacked the sanctuary. I mean, what kind of idiot would not only sell out the best assassin the guild has, but also reveal the only location that is a secret to us? Well, you know, there's only one person I can think of with that sheer lack of functioning brain cells. And if Morrow doesn't kill her, I will. So after narrowly escaping from the bridge scene, I went and hid off down by the river. Figured it would be best to let things die down for the day before trying to head further south. And on day 32, I returned to the sanctuary to, sure enough, find that Morrow was good on his word and his man had been burning and pillaging the place. By the time I got there, most of it was already destroyed, but I mean, hey, you gotta fend for yourself in this world. I slayed the few men who had been left behind on cleanup duty, and found Azir still toughing it out. The man must have been fighting for a day straight. Anyways, I shacked up with the Night Mother once more to save my hide from being roasted alive, and then I was told that I still had to kill the Emperor. No rest for the wicked, as they say. So day 33, I'm out to Whiterun to speak with Amand once again. He's supposed to know the location of the true Emperor, so we can finish this silly business out and finally get paid. So after a quick chat, it's back towards Solitude to track down the Emperor's ship. I'll stay the night just off the coast of the ship, so come tomorrow I can strike in the early hours. Day 34, I arise long before the sun and make my way onto the Emperor's vessel. Climb in through the anchor hole, which is just as dirty as it sounds, and after stealthily slaying every member of the crew, I made my way to the old man locked up in his room. Unsurprised by my visit, he begins to lecture me about life and the way things are. Anyways, in the end, he asked me to murder Amand for setting all this up. What a twist. The man I've been asked to murder wants me to murder the man who asked me to murder him. Let's not forget the one who was supposed to help us murder this man who tried to murder me, but instead murdered herself. Yep, this is pretty much exactly what I signed up for with the Dark Brotherhood. Death and nonsensical destruction. At least I've been able to hone my magical abilities while using all these bodies as target practice. Nonetheless, the Emperor was slain, and there were only 3 things left to do now. Visit Amand in Whiterun for details on my reward.
You want money, and money you shall have.
Kill Amand to tie things up in a nice bow, because we may be the Dark Brotherhood and be assassins for hire, but we still have morals, you know? And finally to go and retrieve my treasures. Day 35 through 40 I actually spent working on my house. I had plans to extend the back portion of my home and damn near double the square footage. I wanted to turn my current house into the entrance of my new place, but of course laying the groundwork and doing all the building myself takes a lot of time and energy. Once we had our masterpiece put together though, I couldn't help but still feel like there was a ton of work to be done. I mean, the outside looks nice, but the inside is, well, still completely empty for the most part. But I think I'll call this little portion of our home improvement a huge success. 41, with my vacation having been well enjoyed, I was feeling refreshed and ready to train my skills once again. Now when I arrived in Skyrim, a civil war had just broken out, and I doubt either side has made all too much ground since. With the Dark Brotherhood matters all pressed away, and the levels of hatred boiling way past overflow, this should be a great opportunity for me to have more test subjects for my spells without anyone really caring. I mean, as long as the people I'm experimenting on are from the other side, it should be fine. And finally, I'm off to Windhelm. I'd like to hear a fair argument from both sides before deciding who will die. So we listened to everything Ulfric has to say, and well, my mind was pretty well made up. He himself was quite alright. However, his followers leave much to be desired in the intelligence department.
You a dark elf lover? Get out of our city, you filthy piece of trash.
I simply cannot have them ruling Skyrim for so long as I'm here. I'll go mad. You know, from the stupidity. And racism, I mean, that's just not cool. In the early hours of day 42, I set off for Solitude. Time to go join the Legion and watch some Stormcloak heads roll. My first task is to prove I'm able to handle myself in combat, so I'm off to clear some old fort in order to gain some reputation with the Empire. This was easy enough as my new tactics involve summoning a troll, then going invisible while the troll and Cicero deliver all the damage necessary. Meanwhile, I'm back in the corner, safe and sound. Upon returning with the mission accomplished, General Tullius enlisted me in the Legion. The oath felt a bit ironic as I had already slain the Emperor, but hey, whatever.
Upon my honor, I do swear undying loyalty to the Emperor.
Day 43, I'm off to assist Legate Ricca in retrieving an old, jagged crown. Apparently the Nords put a lot of stock into it, and it could be a huge moral boost for the bigot bastards trying to outlaw other races in Skyrim. So we gotta get there, get the crown first, even though it means absolutely nothing.
What? What treachery?
Nonetheless, after fireballing my way through several Stormcloaks and a couple of Draugrs, the useless paperweight was mine. Now it's back to Solitude to tell General Tullius and receive yet another quest, which is a simple one. Just gotta go let old Balgruuf know that the Stormcloaks are gonna attack his castle, to which he replies by sending me to the Stormcloak capital. Seems like he was definitely trying to shoot the messenger with this one, but I won't take it personally, you know, whatever. Day 44, following my return to Whiterun with the bad news from Windhelm, Ulfric had already mobilized his men, and they had returned with me. So the battle for Whiterun had begun, though it wasn't much of a fight, given I can now summon 2 frost trolls at once, and hurl a plethora of deadly fireballs, with enough explosive force to send these Nord fucks straight to the moon. And after our rather swift victory, I was headed back to Solitude to deliver the news. Honestly, all this running around for other people is getting a bit tiresome.
What's done is done. You can't make me do shit.
And so on day 45, I decided to return home and work on the interior of it a bit. I mean, what good is conquering all things magic if you don't have a place to come back to and do your evil scheming from? Day 46, I began working on my enchanting training. If I want to return to Labyrinthian and to actually have a chance against the final boss, I'll need some extra souped up gear, and the best way to do that is to make it myself. Luckily, one of the blades I acquired along my journeys had the Absorb Life enchantment, and so now I can make some super overpriced daggers that allow me to level up 2 times off of every enchantment. 47, I was back to work assisting the Legion and freeing Skyrim of the Nords. Or, you know, at least the annoying racist ones. And so it's off to the Imperial camp near Dawnstar, where I'm given orders to steal some documents, have them forged just like my high school report cards, and finally delivered back without any suspicion.
Why aren't you wearing your Stormcloak colors? I suppose it would be. Good thinking.
Following this, it was time to retake Fort Dunstad, which for the Empire means more ground covered, and for me, it means more experience with my spells. So after blasting and conjuring my way to victory, it was time to turn in once again. 48, we received the mission to now go and free the Rift from Stormcloak control. If it's as easy as the Pell was, this should be over in no time flat. So now it's back to taking orders from the Legate, and this time it was down to Riften to bribe a steward, and then north along the road to rob a shipment of gold and goods. Our last task in the Rift was to take back another fort. Now to do so, we had to murder every current occupant residing there, which honestly, again, wasn't much trouble. Just gotta make sure you dodge those arrows. Lastly in the day, we made our round back to Solitude to get our pat on the back from Tullius and a new region of Skyrim that needed my swift cruelty to free it.
I will rule.
Day 49, I decided I'd had enough of the Legion running around, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, focus on some of my own goals. And so, I was out to acquire some more soul gems. Pretty much used up all the petty and lesser supply I had when I was training myself on enchanting earlier. I still needed a lot more under my belt if I wanted to be able to break the rules of enchantments and be able to apply 2 to the same material. So I set out to Eastmarch. There I knew I could find a couple of larger animals willing to fill some soul gems, and I hadn't really explored this area too much, so it's really a 2 birds 1 stone kind of deal. To which I always say, sign me up. However, while I was there messing up some mammoths, a dragon roared and soared overhead. I mean, I'd heard all the people of Skyrim talking about the return of dragons, but I just assumed that was everyday idiot gossip. You know, something to keep the days exciting. I summoned my hulking frost trolls, distanced myself so they could draw the dragon's attention, and then commenced letting out an absolute hellstorm of fireballs. Surprisingly, the dragon was going down faster than I expected. However, the fight had another enemy battling against me, and that was the weather. Rain poured down and frigid waters covered the entire battlefield. However, after popping a few well-reserved mana potions, I sent that big dumb lizard straight back to its maker. After which, the strangest thing happened as I absorbed the dragon soul. I mean, I did come looking for powerful souls to fill my gems, but I never imagined my body could be a vessel for such power. This is the kind of potent energy I've been searching for. Something to allow me to transcend this mortal realm and place me higher to the gods. I shall need to do more research on this matter. Perhaps studying those mysterious walls with scribbles etched into them will assist me in uncovering the hidden potential of this newfound power. If dragons are to return, I'll need to know exactly how to harness all of their delicious life force. Day 50, finally. I decided to return home from our journeys as they had been long and hard. And now, I'm no interior decorator, but I did feel the need to spruce up my house a bit. Mostly with useless storage containers that I'll never really use. But I mean, hey, isn't that what having a home is all about? A place to put all the shit you've collected in life that makes you feel slightly better about yourself. Any hoosers, this marks our 50th day in Skyrim, with everything from assassinating the Emperor to bringing down a giant mythological beast. This adventure has certainly been a fun one. I do hope you've enjoyed another 25-day stay here in Skyrim with our hero. If so, be sure to leave a like below, consider subscribing, and share it out with a friend, family, friend's family, or family friend. As per the usual, I do hope you stay safe, stay awesome, and stay crafting. Until next time, peace out.
Oh, stranger! You have made Cicero so happy, so jubilant and ecstatic, but more, even more, my mother thanks you.